welcome to Ellipse Solutions' very first podcast ever. How exciting is that? My name is Savannah Munger, and here with me today is our very own Bobby Small, along with Cam Sessinger of Dynamic Communities. Cam, thank you for joining us today. Would you like to start us off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you both so much for having me. As Savannah mentioned, I'm Cam Sessinger. I'm the editor at Dynamics Communities. And if you're not familiar, that is our learning and community platform that really focuses on the Microsoft enterprise level business applications, which I'm sure we're all familiar with. And we also are the hosts of one of the largest independent gatherings of the Microsoft Business Applications ecosystem. A lot of people know it as Community Summit North America.
Thanks, Cam. Yep, I'm Bobby Small. I've been in the Dynamics industry for way too long, about 23 years now as an end user for a company for a long time, and then moved over to Ellipse a couple years ago. And have really enjoyed being a part of this side of it and kind of spreading the joy to everybody. I was, again, an end user. It was fun being a part of that, but it's also fun to kind of help out. And I've always been a community enthusiast. So I've been going to Summit, like you mentioned, since 2010 was my first one. And I've been a program and board of advisors leader in the community for Summit since about 2014. So really enjoy being a part of the community too. And I've got a crazy beard because I'm getting ready to do a performance in Fiddler on the Roof. So I thought it was fitting to put on my Viking hat because I feel like we're conquering this new territory of podcasts and summits. So it just felt apropos. So that's why I look like I look right now. I still decided if I'm going to shave it off or not. Initially I was like right after last time I did, I shaved it right off. This time I'm thinking I might keep it.
Yeah,
an extra third of a face now. Like I have 2/3 of a face now. I got extra thirds. Like it's like I've grown, outgrown my head in the course of the last 6 months. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We are here to talk about our podcast, which Savannah mentioned is our first in a series covering Summit. And we may continue it on after that, but for now we're focused 100% on leading you up to this event. And our first episode here is about session planning, which we wanted to get out ahead of because if you're going, you should be planning your sessions now. It's an important piece. So, Cam, anything off the top of your head as far as session planning? Any tips or tricks you have for folks?
Yeah, I mean, Bobby, I think you're like spot on. I really feel like the session planner at Summit should be one of your like best friends. I think it's great because you can really filter through the different types of sessions by speakers, tracks, products, date and time, and create a personalized schedule that you can download to your phone, download to your system, or even create a PDF version and print it out and have with you. So rather than being on site and having to kind of scramble and wonder, where am I going next? Where should I be? Like what's going on today? All that will already be figured out and right at your fingertips. So really great.
Having been to plenty of summits, I remember the time when it was printed booklets. Aging myself, and you're walking around with this booklet, flipping through, trying to figure out where sessions are, and that was room. It was in the ballroom A in the orange room. It's like you're just scrambling to figure out where to go, and having to do a lot more work. These the tools we have today are pretty exciting and easier to use. We're going to talk a little bit more about them too, and I love the idea of it being the BFF too. I just picture in my mind of me skipping down the hallway with my session planner, holding hands and
right.
Staring at each other lovingly as we're heading off to the sessions we've planned together. So cool. I think you mentioned the website and all the different ways to use it. Savannah, do you want to go and pop it up and show us? You kind of walk us through some of the important pieces and how a person going to Summit is going to want to get in and get this started.
Yeah, definitely. Can you guys see my screen right now?
Yeah, looking good.
Awesome. Okay, so here is the session planner website. If you haven't already registered, you're going to want to go up here and select register. However, I have already done so I'm just going to sign in really quick to see what's going on in here. So once I sign in, as you can see, it says my planner. So down here, I've already added a few things within there. You can see the sessions that you are going to want to attend, or maybe if you want to hit some exhibitors within the expo hall, you can add those in here as well. So you might be thinking, where can I go to add these? All you're going to do for the sessions is come up here to agenda, hit the full training agenda, and it'll pop up with all 751 sessions throughout the week, which chances are you're not going to want to attend all of them. So you can come over here. If you know the exact session you want to attend, you can search by title, or you can filter by objective. So if you're wanting to optimize whatever you're on, you can select that, and all those sessions for optimizations will pop up over here. You can also filter by track. So say you're wanting to learn more about artificial intelligence, you can come over here, select one of these, and it'll pop up in your show planner. There's all of these sorts of filters just to tailor your week to however you see fit. So,
and those the buttons to add are really visible, so it's just a big plus right there. So you can't miss that. The visual piece of this is really nice. I think it's, you know, the improvements to the interface have been great compared to years past. So good job to the team over there at DCI on this.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, so yeah, like Bobby said, easy peasy, hit that plus button and it'll pop up right over here. And then as far as exhibitors, you'll just come over to sponsors, sponsor directory booth, and then all of the sponsors on the expo floor will be over here. So say you want to hit one of these guys, like Bobby said, hit that plus button, it'll pop up, and then you'll remember at a later time what booth number they're at, which can be tricky to remember. And then also, if you want to add notes to anything, say you want to ask a specific question to Ellipse Solutions, you'll jot that note down here, hit save, and then you'll have that at a later time. So yeah, this is very user-friendly, which is great, and it'll just be very helpful for you throughout the week. Like Cam said, it'll be your BFF. Anything else that we wanted to specifically show within here, Bobby?
No, I think, you know, things I'll mention just as a kind of a tip and trick, and I may go over this again for the first timers, but I think it's important to note, just having done these a number of times, when you're doing your session planning, whether it's on the, hopefully it's in the mobile or in the, you know, in the session planner here, but regardless, think about a couple of things. Make sure you've got some backup sessions planned. You never know. You know, I've had it a couple of times where I see a session, you see the description of the brief, and you think, oh, this is going to be the one I want, and I get there and I realize, oh, this actually isn't what I was expecting. It's nothing against the speaker or the session itself. It's just not the topic I was expecting to get, perhaps, or, you know, maybe it's not resonating. And so having a backup ready to go in your session plan is super helpful. So you're not scrambling, then, you know, wasting 10 or 15 minutes trying to find something and missing out on that content. You've already got it queued up, so you can immediately go, oh, cool, I'm just going to pivot over, and I can see I have my backup, you know, is session B. I can run over there. It's in you know, ballroom A, and I'm moving a lot quicker. So just something to think about when you're putting these together. Okay, to load your calendar up, you know, have a couple different options where, you know, you might be questionable or questioning the, you know, the content value for yourself. Found that pretty helpful, you know, in my experience there. So no, that's a really good overview. Anything we missed there, Cam? That you want to point out?
I was going to speak to that. I think exactly what you said, Bobby, kind of stacking some sessions for yourself in the event that, you know, something happens, or like you said, it's not what you pictured, and having a backup or even 2 or 3 backups really just helps you kind of optimize your time and your experience there. So yeah, definitely agree.
One thing we didn't go over, and I know we're talking about session planning, but I think I had noted on my outline earlier, I think I missed it. You know, we discussed this, but academy courses. Just wanted to make sure we got, because I want to get some of this stuff out early, because you want to get signed up for it, so we don't want to wait till the last minute to let people know about how important academy. Do you mind talking a bit about academy courses and their importance and how they're, you know, shaped, how a person would go about signing up, what to expect there?
Yeah, absolutely. So like super quick kind of high level overview of the academy sessions. I feel like there are really 3 kind of distinct and really key benefits to them. One being they're like truly a deep dive into specific Microsoft business application areas that offer this intensive, hands-on, almost like masterclass style of training. You'll also be connected with expert instructors who will guide you through exactly how this training can be brought back and applied within the context of your business. And then the third thing that's super cool is you can receive CPE credits per Academy class that really allow you to stay up to date on some of that continual education, some of those requirements. So super cool. And for F&O specifically, there are 3 Academy sessions. 2 are happening on Sunday the 15th, and 1 is happening on Monday the 16th. So to register for Academy at Summit specifically, it's not included in your general registration, but you'll want to visit the Summit NA site, and at that top menu bar is the Academy tab, and that will have all the information that you'll really need to, register for Academy.
I know, like from the F&O side, even the others, I know all the speakers, they're great at what they do. They're really knowledgeable. So it's not just the class. I mean, you have access to this expert for that 8-hour day. So the networking piece, this lunchtime. So, if you have issues, it's a time where you might be able to dig in and find out a little bit more than just what the class is offering. If you're using your time right. And others in the room, so it's a good time to peer share too. So it's not just the class itself, but a lot of side benefits there. Cool.
Right.
Any other F&O sessions that you can think of that people should be looking out for?
Yeah, definitely. So want to start off with first the new to Summit session for the F&O track, which is happening Monday, the 16th from 5 to 6 p.m. Really great for, those who are new to Summit. Bobby, I believe you're involved in that, so maybe you want to speak.
I think I know somebody that's leading that. Yeah.
So really
we'll have a contest for those who come. You can pre-guess, will he or will he not have the beard when he gets to Summit, and you'll have a winner picked off of that.
There you go.
So new to Summit, I would say, is definitely one to register or keep an eye out for and add to your session planner. Same with the general session for F&O that's happening on Wednesday the 18th, 8:30 to 9:30 in the morning. Of course, Academy, which we had just discussed, and across all the products and of course F&O, there's going to be different types of sessions, whether it's like a breakout session, a partner solution showcase, more of a deep dive. But I would say as of now, and granted we're still 5 weeks out, but there are definitely a couple sessions that it seems like a lot of users have already added to their show planner and plan to attend. I just want to shout out those top 3 really quick. First one, getting started with Power Automate for D365 Finance and Supply Chain. It's happening Tuesday the 17th and is being led by Dan Edwards. We also have Choosing the Right FOAX Reporting Tool for the Job, also happening Tuesday in the afternoon. I believe it starts at 2:45, being led by Lauren Wool and Lenore Flower. And then lastly, we have extending D365 F&O functionality with Power Apps. So that's taking place on Thursday from 9:45 to 10:45, I believe, and being led by Rick Wood and Bill Sperling. So any of those, if any of those sound, interesting to you, I would say add it to your show planner now before, gets to capacity.
Anything off menu? Like, is there a super secret session that if you know the secret knock, you go up to the door and you knock 3 times and whistle a tune and you get into the super, anything like that? Or if there's not, can we fit one in somehow? Do we have time in 5 weeks to put it together?
I was going to say, we might have to, kind of play around a little bit and fit one in because to the best of my knowledge, there are no secret sessions, but I wouldn't be surprised if something popped up here in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, this is just another reason to sign up for Summit. You never know what might pop up at the last minute. Like a speakeasy somewhere on the property in Charlotte. Savannah, if you don't mind, I thought of one other thing. Do you mind popping back up? I can show it, but you have it up, or if you still have the website up,
sure,
I'll walk you through one other place for folks to add to their session planner. If you go to the speaker drop down, this is just something I thought of as we were talking about the sessions. Go ahead and just click, I think it's Meet the Speakers, and let's go ahead and just, at the top, it should have a little, yes, you can see you can start to find speakers. If you know somebody in the community, it's like, man, I really enjoy seeing Rick Wood speak. So if you go ahead and click on the W's, since you mentioned that session, and we can click on Rick's name when we find it. If we scroll down, we'll find Rick's beautiful picture here in a second. A lot of W's, there he is. And you can see his sessions there. So if you are looking for a speaker, and that's just another way to find a good session. Like, hey, I really know I like Rick Wood. I want to see what he's doing. I can go to the sessions. This is the one you mentioned. I can click right up there. It's a different button, but it's still really visible. Add it to my session planner. And it's just another fun way to find sessions and find out who's speaking. Like, just again, if you're interested in that, that's just another way to look at it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Anything else, Cam, you want to say before we sign off?
Yeah, just really quick, want everyone to know that this week we launched our mobile app for Summit NA. So not only can you access the show planner on the web, but if you go into the App Store and search Community Summit NA, you'll find our app where you will use the same login you would use on the web. So as soon as you log in, you'll see that all of your saved sessions are already there. You'll kind of get an overview of the show floor if you're looking for that, a lot more information on our exhibitors, of course, be able to see all the sessions and continue to add them to your show planner. And same thing with speakers. So it's kind of taking the website, putting it into an app and putting it in your pocket. So you'll have that throughout your entire Summit experience. And yeah, just another great resource to have, especially on site and at the venue. And yeah, very excited. So everyone make sure to go download that app.
And I assume it's available on the Apple Store as well as Android, so it's both platforms?
Yep, definitely. And
great.
It's free to download, so yeah, no associated cost.
And so yeah, great to have both those resources. So if you're you need the big screen to get things set up, you've got it, but then you've got your mobile app when you're on site guiding you along through the hallways. Perfect, awesome. Yeah. Savannah, any you want to wrap us up with just kind of where do they register? How do we go about doing this?
Yeah, exactly. If you guys haven't registered yet, we obviously highly recommend you do so. So just go on to Summit's website, hit register, and then if we have a promo code for everyone to use called Ellipse10, and that'll get you 10% off your registration price. So make sure to do that if you haven't already done so. Cam, we would like to thank you for joining us on today's episode. It's been a lot of fun. And for everyone else, just keep your eyes peeled for upcoming episodes on our podcast. Thank you everyone for listening. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.